target to Hurst. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Past the 20. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw, but I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Ooh, with a juke. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. 7-7, our score after 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They find some open field here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
1st and goal, Kelly. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers completed out left to Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing is Rodgers.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing again on second down. Herbert out left to Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That one a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On second down, Eckler.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Herbert off of play action.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Rodgers.
Catch made by Watson on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
High throw, but the catch is made. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now it's Rodgers.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
An inside give to Jones. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Rodgers now on first down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Packers have retaken a third quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Sliding out of the pocket. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
Finding space at the 40.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A. Here's Herbert.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Herbert's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
From the 24.
Herbert. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run for it with Eckler, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Watson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. On the counter, here's Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to.
And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
And here's Jones again on second down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Throwing now is Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive, because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Herbert. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Herbert to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.